Welcome back. From the courts, today the Criminal Investigation Department presented a 32-year-old male from King Street before the Magistrates Court for a number of serious offenses, including 3 counts of murder and possession of firearms with the intent to endanger life. The accused is charged in connection with the shooting incident that occurred in March of 2023 in the area of Hospital Lane that resulted in the death of Theo Williams. He is also facing charges for the shooting incident in Spence Street area that was on July 22nd, 2023, which claimed the lives of Richard Brown and Adrian Gordon. Meanwhile, the drug trial of former Police Staff Association Chairman Sonny Miller continues. During court proceedings on Friday, a witness who is the Colombian pilot who flew the airplane laden with drugs into the Bahamas claimed that he was threatened by police officers while at the Bahamas Department of Shantytown demolition exercises. Clay Sweeting, the Minister of Public Works and Family Island Affairs, revealed startling details about how a particular shantytown on Abaco was illegally supplied with electricity.
Also discovered that in the communities there were 3 or 4 generators that were wired not up to code, and the owners of the generators would then charge a fee for providing electricity to the people in their community. They would provide electricity from 8 till 6 in the morning for a standard rate. So in Abaco there was no allocation for utilities there. That was one of the biggest issues. Here in New Providence we found some situations in that regard, but it seems that there seems to be a trend where persons utilize and take advantage of people in these communities by providing a generator for power and then charge them as if they are the utility company.
Additionally, Mr. Sweeting said they found that 90% of the homes did not have running water, and there were a number of illegal cesspits discovered in the Abaco Shanty communities. Additionally, despite the 28-day notification, Minister Sweeting says some residents of the Shanty communities failed to move because they did not think the government was serious about those demolition exercises.
Right. So in the Abaco, when the ministry or the task force went to demolish the homes, there were some persons who, for lack of better words, said that they didn't think that you was really coming. Unfortunately, some of these were mothers with children, so we did give them some extra time in that regard. But the reality is that we're serious about dealing with the situation. So if we say that we are coming to deal with the issue, I want to reiterate that the task force will be there to deal with the issue.
As they continue to carry out and complete various projects, Minister Sweeting says it is the government's goal to modernize, streamline, and to make the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs more efficient. And finally, many vendors in the tourism sector say they have been negatively impacted after cruise liners allegedly informed their passengers not to carry cash when they leave the ship and use cashless forms of payment instead. As a result, many vendors in the downtown area, especially the straw vendors who are accustomed to cash transactions, are losing out on sales. Last Thursday at the Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing, Acting Press Secretary Keishla Adderley said the memo by the cruise liners to passengers is not sitting well with the government.
It is definitely a concern, which is why the tourism minister jumped on that very quickly. Tourism is better than it's ever been. We're up to 9 million visitors, and that number is expected to be exceeded. The tourism minister very deliberately went and spoke with the persons involved, or the cruise line involved, to ensure that something like that does not happen. We continue to assure that the Bahamas is a safe destination, and everything is being done from our end to ensure that that remains the case.
Last week, the Minister of Tourism, Chester Cooper, said he spoke directly with the president of Carnival Cruise Lines about the issue, expressing the government's displeasure. However, during the opening of the Downtown Incubator Center on Wednesday, Minister Cooper advised vendors to also invest in technology that would allow them to receive cashless payments as well as payments in cash. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Dorino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.